Good morning, it's MJ, the creator of the Crow Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me this beautiful Saturday morning here in Seattle. It is June 29th, and took Layla for a walk this morning and we saw loose chickens. So if by any chance you are listening to this or watching this and you're in the Ballard area, if you have chickens, I saw a couple running loose. So anyway, there's a little public service announcement. That's what I love about living here in our neighborhood. It's like we have everything. I saw somebody walking a goat at my daughter's school. We have chickens. We have coyotes. We have rabbits. It's like it's wonderful out here. And obviously we have crows, lots of them. And I love that the crows will warn you if there are raccoons around. They love to they'll circle the raccoon and caw, because I know the raccoons are up to something that's mischievous that they shouldn't be doing. So let's get started with today's reading. The first card I'm going to pull is the Foundation card. So let's see what the crows bring back for us. Here we have the Eight of Pentacles. A time perhaps where you were really working on something very, very hard that you were passionate about. Perhaps there was some issue with not letting it go out into the universe. Okay, let's see what our current situation is. Or it could be that you were just studying and taking your time and perfecting your skills. I feel like we see the Seven of Cups quite a bit. There's that energy of just dreaming and seeing how far this could take you. Now let's see what the crows bring back for advice. And this is when they travel through the veil and they look for information that will best serve you at this time. This is a general, message. So, this may be just a general message about how to ease friction, if there's anything going on here. But we'll unpack all that in a second. So let's see. Let's see what we have. Okay. Interesting. Let's get started, shall we? So starting us off here, you have this energy around you, or you had this energy, around you of really feeling a desire to take whatever it is that you do, whatever that thing that makes you, or, your hobby, your career, it's more likely, centered in the material realm here. So whatever it is that you bring into this world, that's that's your thing, whatever it is, that is what you were perfecting. That was what you were really working hard on. It is something that you felt passionate about, and you probably didn't cut yourself a lot of slack. It's like this is where you keep going at it, and you're not quite ready to show it off to the world, maybe. Or if you do, it's like you suffer from that horrible feeling like, oh my God, I'm putting this out there, and then you just want to run in a closet and close the door and hide. So this is a time that brought you to this current situation, and you were recognized for your efforts, and you were, this didn't go, as I mentioned, unnoticed. And there were opportunities as a result of your taking the time to put in the effort, like investing in yourself. This is really investing in your skills so that when you move forward in this, whatever this is for you, you become almost like a master. You've really earned that place. And so here we have this Seven of Cups, and this is really feeling like you can be in control of your life and being just that feeling that if you're dreaming it, it's like you can dream whatever it is that you want to bring into this world. And this is really this may slip into the realm of falling into a fantasy. You know, if you dream, you know, it's like, I don't know. I kind of feel like since you put in all this effort, you put in all this work, right? It's not like there isn't a strong foundation supporting your dreams here, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So if you're going to dream, if you're going to have this experience under your belt, and you're going to have all this talent and you know, ability that you've acquired because you put in the hours, right? It's like that 10,000 hours, that Malcolm Gladwell theory, you know, of like, you know, when you do your 10,000 hours, that's when you become a complete master at something. You've kind of earned this right then to dream a little bit bigger, perhaps. You know, you have a base understanding of what you do and how you do it. And from there, you can probably see all the potential that is out there as a result of your past efforts. You know, this may have been a time like where, you you really, you put in the training or whatever it was, and now you're ready to dream about that, the next step, the next phase. You're ready to move beyond being a student and put whatever it is that you've learned into practice. And because of that, you know, this like the world sort of opens up for you. There's so many different opportunities. And I don't really see this as like having your head in the clouds or moving too far into that space of where you lose what is real and what is a fantasy. I feel like because you've done all this hard work, that you're there to show off your skills and to live your dream. Perhaps expand your vision a little bit more. You know, you may be feeling like at this time like a bit of confidence in that, you know, you have all these skills. It's like why would you settle? So the message I'm getting here with this Seven of Wands that's setting us up as the advice, or you know, the message that the crows bring back, is that you may feel a bit defensive about what you've accomplished, and because you have these grand ideas, you may feel like you have to defend them against people who would be like, who want to keep you small, you know, or who want you to stay in, you know, like in what they expect you to be like. So, but I feel like that's just, you know, like you're the one who's creating that drama. You're the one, perhaps, that's like, you may have a chip on your shoulder because you have worked so hard. And because you do have big dreams, and it may be one of those things where if, you know, like, not everybody gets that, you know? I mean, like, there are people who just don't get that. And it's like poking or prodding them into an argument about living big or living your dream is not going to serve anything. It's not going to serve any purpose. There are people who will no way, no how would ever consider giving up you know, this idea that, you know, you have to have a 9-to-5 job, you have to have this and that, and, you know, like the societal structures that we have in place. There are people who just cannot wrap their head around the idea that that's just one reality. Whereas you right now may be in this position of seeing many realities or many different possibilities, and you may have your head in this space where you're like, whoa, because I have all this investment, you know, in my skills, and because I have all this time and energy that I've invested in creating something, I want to take it beyond perhaps what would, you know, be considered, you know, like the next step. Maybe you're ready to move, like take it, you know, 10 steps ahead or whatever. And because of that, you know, you may be feeling a bit on edge. You know, because you don't want anybody to come in and taint that dream, you know, like you don't want somebody to come in and say, no, you know what, the real thing is for you to do is find a job in that field of yours that you studied and, you know, be like the rest of us, right? So if you're feeling that way, if you feel that energy sort of seeping in, I guess it's like the message with this is just be on the lookout for that, you know, be on the lookout for false false arguments, or where you're looking to just validate your own beliefs, where you're trying to get other people on your side, because you're already there. You don't need to do that. You already know what you want. You already have it in your head, and you're already in this position to take that dream. So there's really no reason to go out there and try and convince other people, because you're already in this position. If you're, I feel like this crow right now is not necessarily defending against these crows that are coming up. He's kind of like egging them on. He's like, come on, try and get me, and that's only going to slow down, I think, progress when you do that, because it's going to take your attention away from how big you can dream. You know what I mean? So I feel like I kind of got to this in a roundabout way. I don't know. It's that lack of coffee. Dang it. I should have a good morning cup of coffee. But maybe this is clearer because I'm not caffeinated. The message here is, you allowed yourself to put in the time. You gave yourself that the permission, to invest in yourself. And because of your hard work, because of your dedication, because you were somebody who just really wanted with all of your heart to be the best at whatever it is that you do, other people took notice and you had opportunities come to you. And now that you've kind of moved on from the student and you're here in this wonderful place of deciding, what you want in your life, you are in control of your life here. This is where you get to pick and choose your victories, what you're passionate about, how you relate to the spiritual world, what do you give back to others? You have this ability to create stability in your life. This is where you live each day knowing that you are not immortal, that you have, every day is precious, and so you're going to live it to the finest and perhaps take care of your health. And this is where you're able to see that you are capable of overcoming any obstacle. Obstacles are nothing for you at this point, because you have all of this knowledge and experience under your belt. Victories can be so much bigger for you. The warning is here, don't go picking fights with people who may, or may not care, frankly, about what you're doing, and who, if anything, if you do this, they may, it may sort of cause you to second guess yourself. It's like, don't open yourself up to arguments where you may end up losing, I guess is my point. If you feel confident, if you are, and you're on this space, you've achieved this place, you've earned this space, don't go looking for fights. It's like, be confident in who you are and what you've achieved, because you've invested and you've worked hard, and this is about you living your dream, not convincing other people that your dream is the only way or that your dream is the best way. I find myself doing this sometimes with people, and I have to dial it back. Oh my God, if I ever hear somebody, if they come up to me and they're like, oh my God, my job is just so horrible. I'm just so tired of going into the office every day. And my first thing I say to them is like, oh my God, you should quit. Follow your passion. What do you want to do? And then I go into this big thing about, I just become a little overzealous. And so this may be this point where you're not recognizing that it's okay for you to do what you want to do, for you to be you, and it's okay for other people to be them and for them to live their life. And it's like, you just do you. Go ahead. You're firmly footed here on top of the cliff. You know where you're going. You can see out. You can see well out into the future because you have all this experience underneath your belt. don't try drawing in anything that's going to cloud your judgment. So anyway, I hope this makes sense. Whew, Lordy. And yeah, I mean, go out there, you do your thing. Just be the best at whatever it is that you are at. Dream as big as you can, right? Let that be a personal, achievement for you. Let that be something that you are in, this is all about you, It's not about anybody else right now. So anyway, again, I hope this makes sense. Much love to you. Peace and bye for now. Bye.